Right then, so Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson just keeps on getting worse and worse. I don't even know if it's real at this point. Honestly, I mean, we look at this for example first. You can just tell from all this face off, this is an absolute clown show. Yeah, it's an absolute disgrace to boxing, and it's getting worse and worse. If we're being real, I mean, I made videos on Jake Paul saying how ridiculously embarrassing he is to the sport of boxing, and he keeps on making himself worse somehow, putting himself in worse positions. And he was saying in this press conference, I only saw clips, I didn't watch it all, would have been bloody painful if I did. Um, Jake Paul kept on going on about how old Mike Tyson is and stuff like that, saying, oh, he was good 20 years ago and stuff. But it, it's like, why are you saying that? Like, he's 58. What do you as well? He's now contradicting himself because before it was meant to happen on July 20th, he was saying, oh, age is just a number and shit. But I mean, it's not at all when it comes to boxing. Age is not a number when it comes to boxing. That's the thing. People are going to be like, oh, Jake Paul's only saying all that, like Mike Tyson's old to sell the fight. But if you're going on about you fighting an old Mike Tyson, surely that's not selling the fight. Surely that's making it look more of a clown show than what it already is. Because you're even admitting to doing what you're doing, which is a clown show, saying that it's not Mike Tyson. So it's not promoting the fight at all. I don't get why Jake Paul does it, but it's a pretty dumb move overall, to be fair. I also find it an absolute joke how Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano are in the middle of this in a big fight, big undisputed fight, and they're in the middle of it. And they're just going to be forgotten about in the middle of the card, really, to be fair, which is a shame because it's a massive fight, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. But you can't blame Katie Taylor for taking the fight because, on this kind of stage, because, lots and lots of money's in when you've got Netflix involved. So, you can't blame her for not turning down the payday. But it's just a shame that fight's just caught up in this clown show nonsense and stuff, when really that's one of the biggest women fights in history of the sport. That rematch 100%. It's bigger than the first fight, in my opinion, the rematch. It's bigger than the first fight 100%. And it's just a shame it's getting caught up in all this bollocks, to be honest. But yeah, if I'm being real, it's more of a joke that this is actually happening now because of what happened to Mike Tyson. I mean, he's saying he's better now and all that, which, he probably is. But at the end of the day, even if Mike Tyson is better now, it's still an absolutely shocking fight to be made anyway. He's 58 years old and he's just coming off the back end of an illness. And, before that, he was coming on the back end of being seen in wheelchairs and stuff like that. So it's not good to see a legend like Mike Tyson, go out like this against someone like Jake Paul. It's really not. I mean, it's good to see him getting money and all that. But if I'm being real here, I said before July 20th that Mike Tyson would probably win the fight. But I don't think he will. I don't see him winning this fight on November 15th. That's when it is. I don't see him winning this fight. I think Jake Paul wins this in the first or second round. And it's going to be really sad to watch. And Mike Tyson's going to get brutally knocked out by steroid cheat Jake Paul. Because, again, is there even actually going to be bloody drug testing here as well? That's a big question, a big dangerous question as well, to be honest with you. Is drug testing even going to be bloody happening? I doubt it. It doesn't happen in Jake Paul's fights, drug testing. It does not happen. So the guy bloody refuses. He's refused to have done it before going to the Tommy Fury fights as well. And apparently Tyron Woodley wasn't sure if Jake Paul was on the PEDs either when he was going to his fight. So it's just such a gimmick fight with such a gimmick undercard as well. You've got what, Whindersson Nunes against someone on there who I don't remember. Whindersson Nunes, that global star in Brazil. And he's on the same card as Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano. I don't get it. How is that fight underneath Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano on the poster? Is absolutely beyond me, to be fair. Absolutely beyond me. But yeah, this fight just keeps on getting more embarrassing and embarrassing. The promotion it just doesn't make sense anymore with how Jake Paul's trying to promote this fight, completely discrediting a legend of the sport and, downgrading the fight because he's now admitting to fighting an old Mike Tyson. And, he was making fun of him for pulling out for being ill and all that, which just makes things even worse for Jake Paul again because he's fighting an ill old man who was ill about a month ago. So you're making fun of him for that, and you're still going through with the fight. It makes no sense. Like, yes, this is Mike Tyson. I get that. Yes, this is bloody Mike Tyson. But at the end of the day, he's 58 years old. He's 58. That's the big thing. He's 58. It's not like 30-year-old Mike Tyson. It's 58-year-old Mike Tyson. You're not gonna get the best Mike Tyson at all. And you can't take shots at 58 years of age. You won't be able to take shots at 60 years of age, basically 58 years of age, especially when, Mike Tyson's also said he can't remember the majority of his fights in his prime in his career. It's like he's been in so many bloody fights, Mike Tyson. It's like, as well, that's going to have a big effect. He's not just 58 years old. He's a legend of the sport who's been in many, many bloody fights. And that's going to take away your punch resistance massively from you at 58 years of age. So, yeah, Jake Paul embarrasses himself once again. Fair play to Mike Tyson for doing it, though, of course. We all love him. But yeah, it's just calling out Jake Paul for being an absolute little shit once again. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching this video. King, I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching.